Ah, I knew him. Oh my gosh. I love topwater fishing. Oh my gosh. That foam right there. That is 2 fish back to back. Oh my gosh. Insanity. All right. Hey there, fellow wanderers. I wonder if it'd be better like right here. Can you guys see me all right? No, too dark, too dark. Let's do it right here, guys. Whoa. That focus is crazy. Good morning. It is, it's not the first day of summer, but we just got our first topwater smallie of the year. So, I mean, if you're catching topwater smallies, maybe it is summertime. That was actually the first fish on the fly this year for me. It's gonna be a good day. You guys are gonna love this video. This is the intro. I've been fishing for 2 hours, have not seen a single fish, just threw a topwater mouse on the fly, and I got cranked almost instantly. So I think maybe I just need to switch it up. What I've been fishing probably isn't gonna be working, but it's gonna be a good day. We're gonna catch some fish, we're gonna have some fun, and you guys are gonna see a really cool video. So today we're gonna be throwing a bit of the fly and also some soft plastic. So we're gonna see what we can catch fish on, and when we establish a pattern, we're gonna get her done. It is a solo trip in the raft, as you guys can see. Nobody's with me. I'm out here by myself. Water temps are still cold. There's no leaves yet on the trees, but we're gonna catch fish. We are gonna slay some fish today. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go maybe see some drone shots and then get right into it.
Nice bass.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's get rolling.
Look at that. 20.8. 20.8. He's a giant. Holy smokes, that thing's a giant.
The first day of the year fishing for a new species is always a bit of a gamble. Like, I did a full day send fishing for warm water species here, but I had yet to catch any smallmouth bass from shore. I had also not caught anything on fly fishing, nor had I caught anything on topwater. The water, as you can tell from this video, is really up. It was quite flooded. Well, maybe not flooded, but the water was high, and it was a bit cold. And it was definitely a couple of weeks earlier than I had ever really caught fish on this stretch of water before, in years past. So it was a gamble, but it turned out. It worked out, and I'm so very glad that it did. I ended up fishing with 2 different styles. I fished topwater with the fly rod, but the wind was unbearable at times, and so I was unable to use the fly rod in certain stretches. And so what I did is I threw on a small paddle tail on a spinning rod, and that became my second go-to rod of the day. The smallmouth were not where I expected them to be. I thought that they would be tucked into current breaks, but I really only found a few fish in those locations. I actually found more fish that were out in current, and then near the end of the day, I found fish that were in completely slack water. It was amazing though, because I actually caught my personal best that day. I've never caught a 21-inch smallmouth, and the smallie I caught was so close to 21. She was pushing it. She was a real beautiful football of a fish. But if I'm going to be honest, she wasn't quite 21 inches. She was probably about 20.8, which is my personal best. I know that there are places where you can find bigger fish in Michigan, but for a river fish, she was a giant.
That's an 18.75 for the first fish of the year.
I absolutely
Beautiful.
love fishing for smallies with a kind of a, it's not an ultralight, but it's a light setup. The longer that I fish, the more I appreciate downsizing my gear just a little bit. And this 20-inch bass on this lighter rod was a ton of fun. It was great. It was on an ultralight Kitech jig with a Kitech 2-inch. It's called a Swim Impact, which is the minnow, and it's a really great combination for smallmouth fishing.
Oh, that's the second fish in a row on top water. $19.25. That's 19.25. Holy smokes!
Overall, I was unbelievably happy with the success of catching fish, of doing it on a day where I didn't really think that I would find anything. And I think that that's what I want to leave on today, is the thought that sometimes in fishing you need to...
Holy smokes. Gosh. Look at that. Just football. Holy smokes, that's a football. Look at that fish. Wow. That's a nice fish. Whoa. Yeah, we're on. Whoa. Whoa, that's a nice one. There's another one right there. It's ridiculous. Just great fish. Just a football right there. My hair's going crazy. Guys, I think we're starting to get a pattern. I was fishing with these like giant paddle tails earlier, and giant paddle tails got me one bite, and I did catch a smallmouth on it. But just really the quality was not there. So I switched out to a micro paddle tail, and let me tell you, it has been night and day, the difference. Now that being said, it's maybe because where I am on the river, or because it's slowing down, or maybe the fish are feeling it. I don't know. Maybe that bigger paddle tail would have worked. I don't know. But right now, I am catching fish. Big fish. And I love catching big smallies. It is so much fun. This area is beautiful. Check this out. All right, let's go get another one.
Try things that you've never done before. Go outside your comfort zone. Throw top water even when it's spring, cold water conditions, and just see if you can find fish in a different way. I probably could have caught more fish if I was doing different techniques, but I had fun. I had fun doing something that was unexpected, and there's a certain joy in that. Catching fish and the not catching fish in ways that maybe are not the most effective, but that are definitely potentially the most enjoyable. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to leave it there. I was going to do a back-to-back video of 2 days in a row because I did a fishing trip a day after I did this video on the water, but after I went through the footage, I realized that I actually have enough footage from day 2 to make its own video. So there is another smallmouth video in the works, and we're gonna see what happens. Potentially, I'm gonna go out fishing tomorrow or the next day, and I might have a musky video for you guys coming up soon too. All right, you guys have a good one. This is Haight's Wanderings signing out.
Oh, almost 21. Almost 21 inches. 20.8.